Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the Handyman Life. This is part 2 of putting the TV in the ceiling. In the last episode, you saw that we made changes to the drop ceiling. I had to create a channel for the TV. However, we ran into a snag. That 6-inch opening for the TV ended up not being enough. I went ahead and I assembled part of the mount, and when I tried to fit it through, it wasn't gonna happen. I actually had to take the time and redo that opening. I made it up to 8 inches wide. Now everything fits. I've spent quite a bit of time measuring, remeasuring, and now all we gotta do is put it together fully. I'm excited, check it out. I was able to find a big piece of flex ducting, 16 inches, because that's the size of our pipe here. And you can see I put some blue tape around where I'm gonna cut it, and I can use that tape as my guide. I gotta cut back some more of the insulation on this side, but I also came up here and changed the positioning of these hanging wires. Instead of this one going up to the lower portion, kind of right by that one, I raised it up to the top, and this created a bigger space so that when the flex ducting comes off of the vent here, it can curve straight through and behind this and keep curving around until I can plug it in over here. Also moved this hanging wire for the corner of the TV opening up at the top one too. I think that's gonna give me enough room to run the flex ducting. I am going to kind of tape this electrical wire up and out of the way as well, and I think that'll give me that clear path I'm looking for. Once that's done, I'm gonna open up the flex ducting and confirm that it is gonna be big enough to fit over this pipe, because the last thing I wanna do is cut into this, and I mean, it wouldn't be super huge deal, but the rooms that direction would no longer have AC until I got it hooked back up. So I wanna get it done in one smooth motion. Time to get rid of this big vent in the attic so we can make room for our TV to be able to move up and down. Well, there we go, guys. I got it all completed. I'm super happy with the way it came out. I was able to get some really good connections. I used a bunch of tape, zip ties, They're very secure, they're not going anywhere. It's probably overkill, but I always say overkill is way better than underkill. We don't need any mishaps. I used a little piece of wire to support the ducting right over here so it wasn't resting on the drop ceiling. Now, I've got to refocus my attention to getting the TV mount put up in there. So I'm gonna draw up a plan. I kind of have an idea. I feel as though I need to attach some wood to the wall, and I may need to get some like U-joints or something. I need to figure out a way to attach some wood to that steel I-beam, that steel rafter up there. And then I'm gonna have a bridge come across, like I was saying, in order to mount the TV mount. So I'm gonna draw that up, plan that out, and then I'm gonna do some cleanup because it's really messy now. We're just gonna keep moving forward. I'm super happy with this. It's getting cool in here again, got the AC back on, and the offices in that direction are cooling down just the same. So we didn't lose any efficiency. I did my best to make sure the bends and the curves were, wide as possible. We're in good shape. Okay, so this is the main brace and the mount where the TV is gonna go. It's gonna get right on those brackets, and might have to adjust the spacing and whatnot, but I wanted to put it together. Here's our motor and our screw drive. This is what actually raises and lowers. This little piece right here is what goes up and down, and it attaches here on this big brace. And so up in the ceiling, let me show you. I've added this wood here, and it's gonna be a little bit of a trick to get that ceiling panel in for sure, but I think I can make it work. There's just enough gap to slide it. So this bracing is for the bottom mount of the screw mechanism. Up at the top there, you can see I put in a piece of wood with the bracket. I've got 2 more screws to add into that bracket to make sure it's super solid. I've got 10 screws total into that piece of wood, and you can see it goes right over the I-beam, and so that thing is going nowhere. It's got extra safety features, and then I've got a wire here tied off that I'm gonna end up putting around this wood brace somewhere in this vicinity, just to help keep it up. Extra support. Overkill is better than underkill, like I said. So let's go ahead and get this stuff back up into the ceiling, right where it's supposed to be for its final install, and then tomorrow is when the TV comes. I can't wait to get this remote programmed and we can test out the function. Check it out. All right, guys, there we go. I got the mount all in place. It's super sturdy, and I'm super happy with it. I went ahead and programmed the remote. Let's check it out. It takes a second, moves slow, but it goes straight up and down, which is pretty awesome. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. All right, guys, next day here, and there's our TV, 85-inch Samsung. We're just hauling it up to the work site. Had to grab it from Best Buy this morning. We should be there in just a few minutes, and you'll be able to watch the rest of this project come together. I can't wait to have the TV mounted and see what that looks like going up into the ceiling. And the project will be 100%. Stay tuned, check it out. I'm really pushing the limits of the van here, riding on E, seeing what's left up here. 0 miles to go. Well, I'm glad that's slightly inaccurate. Wow, look at how the camera rate picks up those numbers. They just flash like that. That's wild. Alright guys, so this video didn't exactly end the way that I wanted it to, with some quality footage of the TV coming down, but as you can see, there it is, working well, going straight down, looking really good, very smooth, and then just as easy as it came down, it goes right back up into the ceiling, working perfectly. The client was super happy, thrilled that it was able to function so easily, user-friendly, just with the click of a remote, and you have an 85-inch TV that appears. All right, guys, thanks so much for checking out the second part of putting the TV in the ceiling. It was a lot of fun. The project turned out great. As you can see, it worked flawlessly, and I'd be really looking forward to doing a project like that again in the future if somebody needed it. In the meantime, I'm over here at Coral Cove. It's a spot in Illinois for the kids. They got games, they got bounce houses way over there. Stella's running around here somewhere. Maybe I'll get a little bit of her jumping around. So thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Remember, you can do anything you put your mind to. Peace. You got to the second one. Oh my goodness. I think you can make it. Yeah. Good job. Whoa. Can you get to the last one? Yeah. Oh, nuts. That was a great try.
If I don't make it, blame me.
Oh.
Sorry, fans.
Nice job.
I will make it to the circle, my fans.
Oh no.
I'll get back on it. Actually, I can't. No! Thank you for watching the Hand Me Live.